In 2018, I was blessed with the opportunity to start at point guard right away. When you're a point guard, you don't really have a choice but to be a leader on the court. I try to put my teammates in the positions to succeed. I try to be an extension of coach on the court, initiating our offense.
That's a look at our setting tonight, the picturesque city of Milwaukee. And let's go.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. That's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. Bledsoe taking his time here. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Poke loose. Inside. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. From downtown. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Yeah, a little bit surprising he hasn't connected on at least one of his 3 shots yet, but he's going to keep shooting.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. It's Solomon to Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Now Matthews after the missed 3 from KD. And Giannis gets it to go. And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can GA take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration.
No good from Durant.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
Well, this is where Giannis does all of his damage. He gets inside the paint, has the size to work you back, and then stretch out and score. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And the Bucks with possession here. After the basket by Brooklyn. Middleton can't get it to go. Stolen by Middleton. Matthews, no one around him. No good with the triple. Nets trail by 3. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Middleton's got such a great wingspan. That comes into play on steals just like that one.
Irving against Bledsoe. Irving kicks to LeVert. Back to Irving. Outside for Durant. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 6.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here's Matthews. To the paint. Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe with it. Guarded now by Irving. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Dinwiddie right side. Durant with a wide open look. That three off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this...
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. Wow, hammering it in!
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Back to Prince. The pass to Dinwiddie. And he uses the glass on the layup.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Giannis outside. Pass to Connaughton. And here is Ilyasova. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The shot, no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. Don't go anywhere.
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
No, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, if you just look for a few minutes at Giannis Antetokounmpo on the court, you know why he's called the Greek Freak. But it's the drive that makes him an MVP. He said, people try to make it complicated. Life is simple. You know what you want, go get it. Do what it takes every day and don't lie to yourself. Guys, I hope you understand I'm being truthful in all of these reports. Back to you.
Love the intensity. David, thank you.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable pop-up. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Williams comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Korver in for Pat Connaughton.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Hammers it home to polish off the break.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
He gets that one. Irving's got his first points of the game.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
To the middle, here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely, and it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. A different look from Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Chris Middleton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Then for the Nets, Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. And it's LeVert in for Luwawu. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Can't connect from short range.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Nobody near Irving. Off target from outside. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Bledsoe, and the jam by Bledsoe.
Once Bledsoe gets a head of steam and gets those feet together, you get plays like that.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Here's Durant, and KD throws it down.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the Monster Jam.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. LeVert the pass to Allen. From deep. Durant, no good. Bucks leading by 7. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Durant for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one.
And just how easy is that for KD? It's just amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Love the aggressive play right there from Kyrie when he gets into the paint. Determined to score, but for sure get contact.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view, but still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate. And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season, but in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Anticipating the contact there and toughness through that play, Durant is not afraid to attack the defense.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. Lopez passes to Bledsoe. For 3, Middleton. And it's Durant with the rebound. Nets trail by 9. For Brooklyn, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first free throw is good.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward, has added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Shoots the three. No good that time. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 18 points. And that...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Love to watch KD out in transition. Puts a little flair on the finish.
And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 11 points. That one good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And then Durant with the dunk.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
It just keeps coming at you. Giannis has so much energy, and when he's this aggressive, he is just a dynamite offensive player. Yeah, just the first miss of the half there. They have to be happy. 3 of 4 to start it off.
Bledsoe. Second change shot. And Giannis with a nice bucket inside. He's got 24.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's Durant missing. Bucks leading by 9. Giannis outside. Fires the 3. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Marvin Williams is checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Luwawu subbed in for Dinwiddie. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Kicks it out to Prince. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Irving. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. Harris passes to Irving. Shoots over Korver. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And it's good for 2. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Hill with it. And the 3 off target. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter of the game. Ball stolen. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Irving. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Clock up 2 there. Irving's got 12.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Hill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
George Hill has good size and is broad in the shoulders, so he can play physical at that point guard position, and the defense has to be cautious when they guard him.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Robin Lopez is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Ilyasova comes in for Williams. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Kyle Korver. Nets trail by 9, and an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Caris LeVert's checked in for Brooklyn. Harris outside. Brooklyn now working with a new shot clock. Back to LeVert. For 3. Harris misses.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the basket by Hill.
George Hill does a good job of changing speeds, and then you add that length. Tough to stop.
Kicks it out to Prince. Takes the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now DiVincenzo. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Bucket is good. He's got 8.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Harris against DiVincenzo. And Connaughton has it in the corner. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For Milwaukee, they have shot 80% from the line tonight, going 4 of 5 so far. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And here is Durant. He's got 21. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Middleton's got 5 points so far. And so it's Milwaukee. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Dinwiddie runs the point with LeVert flanking him. Allen is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for 1 more at the line.
And he has gotten stronger. Durant's been able to do this with more regularity. Powers through for the bucket. Gets a chance to tack on another point at the free throw line.
Irving's checked in for DeAndre Jordan.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Giannis, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Bucks leading by 12. Antetokounmpo, that's a two-pointer. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
The shot by KD, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Bucks have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and good that time. Antetokounmpo's got 32 points.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
And slam dunk by Allen.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Bucks. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Passes it to Lopez. Back to Bledsoe. The feed to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. And the baseline jumper, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
For the finish, and then Durant with the dunk.
Now with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain.
Milwaukee leading by 8. Here's Bledsoe trying to get open as Lopez. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Shooting for Milwaukee. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9.
He's just such a bulldog out there in terms of his mentality. Eric Bledsoe can get assertive, and when he does that, it raises the level of play for the entire team.
Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Matthews. Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn.
Yeah, the defender all over.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 8. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Giannis. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Missed inside. Here's Dinwiddie. DiVincenzo with the rebound. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Giannis.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, with a dunk by Giannis.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. Antetokounmpo's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Bucks passing it around. DiVincenzo kicks to Antetokounmpo. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. Here's KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 32 points in the game.
There's not much you can do. This is KD, ferocious on his drives inside and powers right through the defense.
But they recover it. He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
So much talk about Lopez and how much he has changed his game to fit the modern NBA. And I think what's most impressive is not just the ability to shoot the ball, but the ability to be effective while shooting the 3 ball. Brook Lopez has worked hard to do that.
Count that bucket. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Inside. Kick out to Giannis. Lets the three fly. Brooklyn with the rebound. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
defense, keeping the energy going from tip-off to the final buzzer. I lead my team on the court, but just as important to me is leading people to the ballot box this November. There's an election coming up, a big one. I'm here to tell you that every vote matters. I'm telling you as someone who used to think the opposite. I had just turned 18 during the last presidential election.
There below. Now it's headed down to David.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And looking at the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at shooting guard.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
The pass to Beverley, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. Irving passes to Durant. Allen. And staying with the play, Allen.
A superb offensive rebounder. Allen's long arms and feel for how to get positioning helps big time.
George. The shot off that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Durant. No good, shot missing. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. He lobs it up, and the dunk by Zubac.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And that one's good. Durant.
And really, that's what you want every time down the floor. A simple, high-percentage shot.
Clippers moving the ball around. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. And then Durant with the dunk.
KD is on a different level, going over, around, or straight through the defense now.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Zubac. Great D that time from Jordan.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
It looks like a toy hoop for him. KD throws down with ease.
Back to Zubac. And again, the Clippers turn it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Here's Irving. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Oh, Morris in position.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
Irving finds Jordan. The shot will not fall.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Prince is checked in for Durant, and Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. And then for the Clippers, Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for George, and it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. Irving's shot is good. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. and they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's Harrell. Takes it out to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for LeVert. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Jackson misses.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
Irving attacking, and that one drops for him.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Shamet, it's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jackson finds Green. No good that time. Nets leading by 10. Irving with it. Now Green defending. Harris passes to Prince. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Clippers have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Great D that time from Harrell. Shamet on the wing. Jackson from long range. And so it's Brooklyn. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels. And it's got... Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated all of the talent on this team.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Williams. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Green. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Jackson in at the 1 spot.
When you have an elite wingspan like Jared Allen, you make those alley-oops look easy.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, we've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time. Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Here's Williams. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Harris.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And the Nets making a change here. Durant's checked in. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Landry Shamet. And here is Durant. He's got 8. Knocked loose. Passes to Dinwiddie. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac.
You love the pressure he's putting on them almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And the Nets making a change here. Levert's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Leonard comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Three-pointer, Levert, a putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Nets lead by 12.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside, George. On the wing, Morris. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Durant. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverley. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
KD on the wing. This one for three. He can't get that one to fall. Clippers trail by 10. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. Durant wide open, he fires. No good on the quick three.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
They grab their own miss, and it's sent back by Allen. Durant in the corner. Outside for Jordan. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
DeAndre is very skilled at going up into contact. Tough for the defense to be able to stop him without fouling.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Clippers trail by 10. A three from Leonard. Jordan with the rebound.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot two free throws.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
The Nets shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Green's checked in. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
The drive by Green, stolen by Durant. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. KD's got the lead up to 14 now for Brooklyn.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Prince is checked in for Durant. And then for Los Angeles, Harrell, he's checked in for Green. Landry Shamet comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley.
To me, there's a fine line between being aggressive and just flat out forcing it. His inability to make shots right now is sinking the ship.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make, they are executing.
A three from Morris, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of it.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. And that should do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best 2-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ. Ooh, they've come out ice cold to start this half. 3 misses and as many attempts.
Irving dishes to Allen. Leonard with the steal. Beverly with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Morris.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Irving finds Allen. The 3 from KD. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Morris passes to Zubac, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions.
And the length of Durant. He's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. And KD drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Durant against Leonard. To the inside. Harrell. A rebound by the Nets. At one point, they led by 16.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And that one, good. KD's got 16.
Well, you need to start somewhere. After 4 straight misses this half, let's see if this gets them going.
Williams kicks to Leonard. There's the triple. The shot comes out, and Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Here's Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
I mean, running the court with the speed of a guard, hard to keep up with Durant once he gets out in the open floor.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for Kevin Durant. Landry Shamet's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Jordan finds Irving. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That's his first foul. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan.
Good luck trying to score on Montrez. He's a physical defender who doesn't back down from anyone.
And that one's good. Shamet.
He is really shouldering the load on the offensive end and doing an outstanding job. But he needs the rest of his team to step up.
Outside Irving. Pass to Jordan. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Putting a little something extra on that one. DeAndre Jordan adding to his highlight reel.
Harris dishes to Irving. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Down low, got a piece of it, and stolen by Prince. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets, leading by 12. Jordan. Great D that time from Harrell. The Clippers have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And stolen by Harrell. Oh, here comes Williams all alone. Finished off the break.
In attack mode pretty much every game we see him. This time, Williams getting it done in transition.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Harrell. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Fires the 3. The rebound by Prince. Here's Irving. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
I like this from Kyrie. Looking for a high percentage shot, settling for nothing less.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back to the action after this word. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Harrell is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Pass to Harrell. Over Prince. And it's Harrell missing. Outside Jordan. And it's good. 2 points.
DeAndre is a remarkable athlete who really can get up to the hoop so quickly. When he makes up his mind, he's going straight to the hoop. Just get out of the way.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Basket good. And the Nets lead by 10.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Prince against Zubac. The rebound by Paul George. George has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
There's the pass to Harris. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Kevin Durant comes in for Taurean Prince. The Clippers also making some changes. Morris is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. It's George on the wing. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Zubac.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from three.
Here's Durant. Allen trying to break free. Good work defensively by Morris. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his third foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Irving's checked in. Beverley for three. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got 8 rebounds in this game. And finished off by KD.
Nights like these, you just have to tip your hat to KD. He's a champion for a reason.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Knocked away. Stolen by Beverley. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. The shot's good on the assist by George.
I mean, blowing past the defense, Patrick Beverley gets up and down the court in a blink.
Nets leading by 6. KD on the wing. A three-pointer, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Getting some solid looks for them. And Leonard gets it to go.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Irving passes to Durant, and the shot is good. Durant's got 10 points in just the second half.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
George with no one around. Buries it from three-point range.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
Durant down low. Defended by Beverley, and the shot goes down.
I mean, no hesitation in the clutch. Scoring the ball is second nature to KD.
Beverley, the pass to Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Durant finds Allen. Good work defensively by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's George. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And staying with the play, Allen.
Smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass, the coach's challenge has been issued. This game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
And here's KD for 3. Count it! Five seconds left in the fourth quarter. Beverley for 3. No good from three-point territory. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to...
I understand what's at stake this election season. Now, more than ever, my vote, your vote, every vote matters. I was lucky enough to have my team help me and my teammates all get registered. It was kind of a cool way for us to kind of bond and just another memory we'll be able to have.
Check out the fashion style of the Bucks as they enter the building. Bring out the red carpet. And with tip-up.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. And it goes down 2 points.
So good to see Bledsoe setting up guys like that. I mean, especially when they're wide open and they've got the better shot.
Middleton against Beverly. Tipped away. Fast break, Milwaukee. Matthews leading the charge. It's good. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Milwaukee.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Middleton with it. Leonard picks him up. Launches it. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, I like seeing Middleton stroke it from downtown. That release of his, pure as white-driven snow.
And it's Beverly missing.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Bledsoe outside. Middleton on the wing. Jacks up a 3. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Connects from three-point range.
And that's an important basket there. The game was in danger of getting away from him here early if they let that run go on much longer.
Wasted no time on that one. Middleton's got 9 points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Giannis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
Matthews, no good. Clippers trail by 14. And George gets it to go.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
And Clark, they said back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo gets the three-pointer to fall.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
How do you stop this? I mean, it seems like they can't miss.
Now the Bucks moving it up. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Not going to go that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Shamet the pass to Harrell. The kick out to Williams. They need this. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I don't know if anybody has a more relaxed shooting motion. Williams very efficient and easy with that stroke.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Bledsoe left side. And another three for Milwaukee.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Chris Middleton has been on display for Milwaukee. He delivered. And earlier we checked in with Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had this to say about.
I think the most important lesson that I got.
All part of the process of achieving greatness.
Yeah, and most guys have had to go through it. MJ, LeBron, leading a team to a championship rarely happens early on.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Bucks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. We've got Williams. Landry Shamet is out there with Green. Then there's Harrell. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
They get it again.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
And it's Hill penetrating. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And Green is right there.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hill passes to Ilyasova. Jackson comes over with the double. The kick out to Hill. Launches a 3. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for JaMychal Green. Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams. The Bucks also changing it up. Robin Lopez is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Williams comes in for Ilyasova. And it's Korver in for Dante DiVincenzo. For 3, Hill.
And just a big-time shot-blocking threat. Leonard's instincts on defense are just mind-boggling. Knows when to go after the blocks. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Hill drives in. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers trail by 13. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Harrell.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Right side Korver. And there's the pass to Lopez. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Lopez has got his first basket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Jackson from long range. Rebound by Williams.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Matthews to the paint. Unloads. And the rejection by Harrell. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Matthews against Morris. It's Matthews on the wing. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Lopez. 5 on the clock. That shot off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball, and the shot goes in.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Outside Korver. Outside Hill. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Williams dishes to Matthews. Pass to Lopez. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run. On the wing, Morris. Deep 2 from Beverly. Bank shot, no good.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his first foul. Williams, that's for 2, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee holding on to an 11-point. Thanks, David, and we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 10 points, 3 assists, and
well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Beverly for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Middleton. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists in the game. And G.A. Chris Middleton over his career much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player, and I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lob pass to George.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
The Bucks working the ball around. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. It's hauled in by Zubac. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. And it's George finishing it off.
Boy, George has major hops. I mean, this guy just gets up big time for these throwdowns.
And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Matthews.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's Giannis. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Morris. Whistle blows. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing that that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
George against DiVincenzo. George, no good.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
No good from Connaughton. Clippers trail by 10 and stolen by Ilyasova. Middleton looking it over. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. A second chance effort. Connaughton passes to Middleton. Here's Connaughton. He's defended by Harrell. 4 on the shot clock. And again, the Bucks miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Williams. Harrell trying to free himself up. No good with the layup.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
For 3, Middleton up again. Great positioning on the putback. Lopez has got 6.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
Puts it up there for Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Pass to Connaughton. Back to DiVincenzo. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for George. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Corver in for Chris Middleton. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shot.
And the rejection by Leonard. One-on-one fast break. Lopez with the block. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Jackson. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Reggie Jackson. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Williams. And it's Zubac in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. And Morris throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
DiVincenzo can't hit it.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. The pass to Beverly. 3-pointer. Zubac. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And Giannis gets it to go.
And it's easy to see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight. He can flat out dominate games at times.
Zubac the pass to Morris. Here's Jackson. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside Hill. Pass to Middleton. Beyond the arc. Traps in the tray.
And it looks to me like he still has some of the shooting touch that he displayed in the first.
Giannis against Beverly. Here's Zubac. Outside for Jackson. For the 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. Clippers moving the ball around. And Beverly kicks to George. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks leading by 7. And here's Bledsoe. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And the layup's good off the glass.
And at that range, hey, hard for the defense to really affect that shot. I mean, Lopez is just too good.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. On the wing, Morris. Back to Zubac. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Middleton outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Bucks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers have possession. A 12-point game. Bledsoe against Williams. Passes it to Matthews. Back to Bledsoe. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Lopez.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bucks.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And then for Milwaukee, Williams, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Sterling Brown comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Matthews. Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Deft touch on the alley-oop.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Brown finds Bledsoe. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
had. So it's definitely a memory, and it's something special for me because it's my.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the ball. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Bledsoe is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, Garrett Temple is out there with Harris. Then there's Allen. Then it's Jordan. And it's LeVert in at the 3. Now here's Jordan. That shot off. Giannis with some nice D.
And DeAndre Jordan, not the same impact center he once was, but he's done a great job of acting as a leader for this team.
Well, you think about DeAndre Jordan's career, Greg, and over the course of time, he's played a number of different roles. What you like about what he did this past season is, even though in a changing role, he still tried to make an impact. That's called being a teammate.
Here's Middleton. LeVert grabs the miss. Harris outside. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Allen outside. Shot clock at 5. Unloads from 13. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Rejected by Harris. The Nets on offense. Passes to Jordan. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. And it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. For 3, Middleton.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Outside Jordan. In the corner, it's Temple. Back to Jordan. And Temple kicks to Harris. Allen against DiVincenzo. Clock at 4. A nice shot by Jordan.
Just tremendous execution right there. DJ feeling out the defense and doing damage inside.
Knocked away. Pass to Lopez. Tries from 7. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Here's Temple, defended by DiVincenzo. Temple dishes to Harris. Back to Temple. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's LeVert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
It's the Nets now, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Here's Jordan. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
And a new group in for the Nets. Kevin Durant's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Caris LeVert. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. Now here is Hill. Lopez passes to Connaughton. A rebound by the Nets. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lopez with the steal. Matthews passes to Hill. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, George Hill just so savvy. Gets the defender into the air and draws the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw drops for Hill. Both free throws good from Hill.
Well, George Hill has always had the term pro attached to his name. Why? Well, he can make shots. He's willing to facilitate. He defends at a high level. Truly an incredible teammate.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Brooklyn trailing. Irving finds Durant. And he gets the whistle. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's Matthews. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Connaughton off target from three-point range. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Matthews against KD. Irving with a clean look from outside off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hill kicks to Ilyasova. Matthews passes to Lopez. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Keeps it alive, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
You know, hats off to him for staying active inside. Lopez just creating his own offense.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 1. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. And when asked to compare himself to LeBron James,
I know if I put the work in, maybe.
And Greg, that's the humble, hard-working approach we've come to expect from Giannis.
You know, he's not interested in putting himself on a pedestal. Enough people do that for him. He just wants to become the best he can be and win rings.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. That's a 2 from Matthews. Doesn't go for him. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen comes in for Jordan. And Caris LeVert subbed in for Luwawu. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Williams. And Middleton subbed in for Kyle Korver.
I tell you, very few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move. He just glides around the floor.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP
because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Garrett Temple is checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for Kyrie Irving. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
So for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Taurean Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Caris LeVert. And Irving subbed in for Garrett Temple. The Bucks also changing it up. Lopez, he's checked in for Matthews. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 3. And it's sent back by Allen.
Wow, Jared Allen twice on the pipe, sending that young sir.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Antetokounmpo, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively. Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
And yes, it's good. Giannis has got 4 points in the quarter. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him #1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. Here's Middleton following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Now here's Bledsoe. 5 to shoot. But Trey. Middleton can't get it to go. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Irving for 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Jordan's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
Here's Giannis. Lays it up off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 8.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Now here's Durant. Guys, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here's the fast break. Lobbed up there for Allen. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And the Nets making a change here. Temple's checked in. The Bucks also changing it up. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Chris Middleton. And here are the Nets. They're on a 16-6 run. Here's Irving. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So for the Nets, Prince is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Caris LeVert comes in for Harris. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Kyrie Irving. The Bucks also changing it up. Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Korver in for Eric Bledsoe. Nets on defense. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
And their offense has all but disappeared this quarter, shooting in the low 30s for the game. They had some success in that first quarter, but not much since then.
And it's Prince penetrating. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 9. Here's Connaughton. Oh, wow!
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Prince wide open. Misses the 3. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets bringing the quarter to a close with us. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A nice show being put on tonight by DeAndre Jordan. He had 12 points, 3 assists, and
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Bledsoe is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, home in the paint. Now here's LeVert. Following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Allen. No good that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Jordan. Goes up. And then Jordan slams it in.
Wow, looks like 2017 when DeAndre came home with the dunk contest trophy. Makes it look easy there.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And so Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. 9-point game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
This guy doesn't mind absorbing contact at all if it means a trip to the free throw line. Caris LeVert will find his points any way you want.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. Following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. And they double up Giannis. It's good from in tight. Giannis has got 12.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Harris passes to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Jared Allen has length and athleticism, and that's an easy opportunity. Wow.
Bucks trail by 9. Bledsoe looking around. The pass to DiVincenzo. Now, Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. 6 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's sent back by Allen.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And contact on the... And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And a new group in for the Nets. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Irving subbed in for Harris. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Wesley Matthews checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Left side, KD. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Durant's got 14 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
It's tipped.
Taurean Prince has the kind of length and speed to close the gap and send it back. What a block.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Good. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's carried this team to this lead on his back, handling almost all the scoring duties.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. And the dunk by Giannis.
And I've always appreciated the unselfish nature of George Hill. He always has his eyes surveying the floor.
And the call will be against George Hill. That'll be his second foul of the game. 1:07 left to play in the third. Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Matthews goes in. That one doesn't go. The Nets go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
What we know about Taurean Prince is he's a terrific competitor who knows he's going to lay it all out on the floor every night. For coaches, that is such an invaluable trait.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton. Now here's Korver. No points in the game yet for him.
Now George Hill forces the action inside. Terrific control in the paint, and he earns the call thanks to his aggressiveness.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Williams. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Durant. He's got 18. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Well, you want to try to stay between Kevin Durant and the basket because he will throw it down if he gets near the cup.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. He dishes it to Middleton. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. The Nets making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Here's Irving. Makes it off the glass. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
The cleverness, the fearlessness. Kyrie Irving outstanding at finding spots inside to capitalize from.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Garrett Temple is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nets leading by 11. Shoots from the line. Tries again. Out to Harris. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Jared Allen's checked in for the Nets. And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 11. Middleton finds Williams. Banked in off the glass.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Temple the pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, we've seen that a time or two from Mr. DeAndre Jordan. Nice, easy finish with that dunk.
Back to Bledsoe. Outside Williams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lopez kicks to Middleton. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Bledsoe, good work there as it goes.
Well, Eric Bledsoe, one of those guys that is so difficult to contain in the dribble drive situation.
Harris passes to Jordan. Prince outside. Back to Temple. Left side Jordan. Prince outside. For 3, Harris. Rebound by Brook Lopez. Bucks trail by 9. And up the court come the Bucks on the break.
Well, that leadership from Lopez, wanting to get his guys involved with his passing ability.
And so they foul intentionally. LeVert's checked in for Taurean Prince. Giannis, he's checked in for the Bucks. Temple the pass to Jordan. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And momentum going the other way. Can they find some answers?
I think here you have just got to get back to what you do best and then live with the results.
And a new group in for the Nets. Prince is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Caris LeVert. Dinwiddie's checked in for Garrett Temple. And Irving subbed in for Joe Harris. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Shot from 12. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And it's a 9-point Nets lead.
You have to respect the in-between game of Kyrie Irving. Straight up. Yeah, that's how you have to play this guy. You got to play him straight up and be balanced.
Bledsoe for three, and the Bucks miss again. For Brooklyn, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And here we go. Giannis heading to the hoop.
It's just hard to match up with Antetokounmpo's speed, especially in the open floor.
No good from Irving. Bucks trail by 7. The shot by Middleton, wide open. That 3 off the mark.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And stolen by Prince. Irving for 3. That one, no good. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's foul number 2 for him. Pass to Bledsoe. The 3. Rebounded by the Nets.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's DiVincenzo. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
Durant dishes to Allen. Down low, stolen by Middleton.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Durant for 3, drills the three-pointer. And the Nets lead by 10.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here. Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And here's Irving. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
So I want to be a voting rights advocate for everyone who's eligible to vote. It's why I've teamed up with morethanavote.org to help spread awareness and help raise the importance of exercising your right to vote. In basketball,
The bright lights and tall buildings of downtown Los Angeles. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Irving. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at center. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Good route there from Beverley in transition. So quick, and then really decisive on his line to the basket.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And just how easy is that for KD? It's just amazing, effortless, elevating, and keeping his balance. Another triple.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. Think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. George against Dinwiddie. George trying to break free. Zubac no good.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And George kicks to Morris. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Durant, no good.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here's KD. After the basket by Los Angeles. Can't hit from in close. Outside, George. Wide open look. LeVert grabs the miss.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Off target at the rim. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George passes to Morris. And it's good, 2 points. Morris has got 5 now. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Here's KD. Good. Nice job down low. That's 10 points for KD.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. There's the lob to the hoop. And Irving pulls it down. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Joe Harris is subbed in for LeVert. Clippers trail by 3. Now here's Williams. Passes it to Harrell. Back to Williams. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Clippers missing. The Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. It's stolen by Morris. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Over in the corner, Williams lets it go with the three. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. A different look for the Clippers. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamet comes in for Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Paul George. And the Nets also making a change. Luwalu's checked in.
Well, even when you get physical with Lou Williams, he'll use that against you. Keeps his balance that time.
Luwalu, and he dunks it down.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Green. Williams for three. A rebound by the Nets.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Out to Harris. The pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Luwalu. They grabbed their own miss.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
1 second left, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Nets lead by 1. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first.
And Craig, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then there's Harris, and it's Luwawu in at the 2 spot. And the first one at the line is good. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Shamet with it. Harris is there. And that one's good. Shamet.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Dinwiddie drives in. Harris outside. To the left side wing. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Harris inside. He's covered by Shamet. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
The kick out to Williams. Takes the 3. The rebound by Prince. Brooklyn leading by 9. Good on the bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Green, the pass to Williams. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists in the game.
He's such a dynamic scorer, inside, outside. It really doesn't matter. Lou Williams is a huge threat to score, especially coming off the bench.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
How about Taurean Prince getting up there and slamming it down?
And he slams it one-handed.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And there it is for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clippers trail by 17. Pass to Shamet. Knocked away and stolen by Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. One-on-one fast break. They need this, and Jordan sends it back.
And Jordan, a defensive stalwart, crushing the opposition with his shot blocking.
And it's good for two.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Luau. For three, Harris. Tries to save it, and another turnover here by Brooklyn. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Prince. Kevin Durant comes in for Joe Harris. Karis LeVert's checked in for Luau Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Basket good. And that's now 6 points for Kyrie Irving.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
For three, Durant. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 17. Oh, Morris in position and stolen by Jordan. KD drives in and finished off by KD.
On defense, your priority is to close out on Durant's outside shot, but then he has that tight handle. Simply drives right by you.
Oh my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Irving passes to KD. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And so how is it that you avoid fouling Durant? I'm not sure. The guy has so many tools in the toolbox.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
He's perfect from the line this time.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Feeds it to Allen. Stolen by Zubac. And George kicks to Beverly. And it's Durant with the rebound.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. Jenny, your thoughts on the net? And that should do it.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against.
Here's Leonard. That one goes. Count it.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
A nice shot by Irving.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
And it's George finishing it off.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Irving, good. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Stolen by Durant. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Finished off the break. And the Nets lead by 17. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Here's Beverly. Drops in the layup for 2. 6 points for him.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverly just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Here's Durant. What a jam!
Fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. He's such the total package. Durant entered the league as an excellent ball handler. Now he's just a flat-out magician.
Here's Zubac. The shot missing. And Brooklyn will come the other way. In transition, here come the Nets. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Wow. Leonard, he's checked in for Green. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 21. The drive by Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
From deep, Prince. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Got that one up quick. And the Nets lead by 21.
Not sure how he gets that pass off. I thought for sure he was going to pull the trigger.
And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That is his first foul of the game. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Over in the corner, Williams. The 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Prince, the pass to Harris. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shamet, the pass to Williams. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Prince. The Clippers grab the miss. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Harrell with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Puts up a 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Prince outside. Here's Allen. Jordan trying to free himself up. Allen's shot is off. Clippers have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And Leonard gets it to go.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Brooklyn leading by 21. Stolen by Jackson. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Count that one. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Jackson against Dinwiddie. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Williams passes to Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Dinwiddie wide open. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Kyrie Irving is out there with Joe Harris. And it's LeVert in at the 3 slot. Just 5 on the clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And it's sent back by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Clippers trail by 19. Everly with the ball. Up top, Zubac to the inside. Morris up and in on the layup.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Irving against Beverly. Left side, Irving. Stolen by Beverly. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Leonard draws the double. And stolen by Irving.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
And we've seen LeVert improve his offensive game every season, and he's showing no signs of slowing down.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Shot clock at 5. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Zubac, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
KD with the bucket.
Such a great threat in the post, especially on smaller defenders. He can just see the rim from anywhere.
George against Harris. Here's Zubac. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Morris against Durant. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Now with KD, there's just not a spot on the floor where once he gets it, you don't feel like he's confident and comfortable to score. Tonight, inflicting some serious pain. Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Allen finds Irving. Back to Allen. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Well, Kyrie Irving being unselfish there, making a nice play for his guys.
Leonard dishes to George. Back to Leonard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Leonard's got 4 this quarter. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's LeVert on the wing. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Beverly.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. It's stolen. Crawford with the steal. Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
Clippers trail by 21. And Leonard has it in the corner. And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for KD.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Nets leading by 18. Lets it go from deep. In the corner, it's Temple. Back to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The free throw drops for Zubac.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Another shot. Jordan trying to free himself up. Passes to Caruch. Crawford outside. Clock at 4. And the shot goes in from Caruch.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
It's tipped. Magruder passes to Mann. Up again. Here's Jackson. The pass to Patterson for the 3. The rebound by the Nets. Johnson outside. Here's the floater. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry,
want to have a game plan heading into the game. Voting is no different. I'm doing my best to educate myself, like reading up on local elections. If I had to give advice to anybody else, it would just to be more educated and just try to, as much as you can, just try to get involved, try to reach out to as many people you registered to vote.
Downtown Milwaukee, and with
Hey, Kevin.
very dangerous indeed. David Banks and the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2-spot. And for Milwaukee, Matthews and Middleton, the 2 wings. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Bledsoe in at the point. Shots good by Middleton. Greg, we've got 2 terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me harken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game. Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now, here's Zubac. Here's Morris, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Here's Beverley. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Bledsoe. The shot's good.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Inside. Here's Zubac. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Middleton right side. The three-pointer no good. Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And it's Beverley missing.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
On the wing, George. Down low, Zubac kicks to Beverley. 6 to shoot. Zubac trying to break loose. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Strong instincts and positioning. Kawhi read that shot all the way. And OKC's Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now George. George Hill missing on the 3. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Crazy intensity of Montrezl Harrell, using it to perfection in order to get calls.
And the Bucks with some changes. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. And then for Los Angeles, Jermichael Green comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for George. Here's Connaughton. Outside Hill. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Okay, George Hill. Elusive off the bounce. Makes it look so easy.
Harrell, the pass to Shamet. Back to Harrell. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter. Milwaukee leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Lopez. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. For 3. It's not going to go for him. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Williams gets the bucket.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
High post Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Shamet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Green. Harrell. Great positioning on the putback.
This is Montrezl Harrell, strong offensive rebounder with the skill to make good on the second chance.
Williams against DiVincenzo. And Ilyasova kicks to DiVincenzo. Off target with his three. The Clippers trail. Here's Shamet. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson, staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Right wing. Here's Connaughton. But they get it back. Here's Lopez, and another basket for Milwaukee.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
And Green slams it in.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Clippers lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And regarding the mental aspect of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Definitely the game has slowed down a lot for me.
Well, Greg, that might be why they put up so many points. They all know the roles. They've got the right recipe for everything they want to do on offense.
Yeah, his awareness plus unselfishness puts defenders in a no-win situation.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
This is where you credit the guys in the front office for going out and getting you the pieces you need.
Robin Lopez out there with Williams. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hill in at point guard. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Here's Harrell. Unable to get that one. Williams with the defensive effort.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well. Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Hill passes to DiVincenzo. Passes it to Williams. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Here's Leonard. Lopez with the block.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Morris right side. A three-pointer off the mark. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And stolen by Harrell. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Ahead. Williams' shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
The quickness of Hill changing ends in the blink of an eye.
Outside Jackson, and Leonard has it in the corner. And again, no good by the Clippers.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's DiVincenzo. And too long on the shot.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot.
Whoa, hammering it in.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, But there he shows us the artistry.
Pass to Corver. Outside Hill. Back to Corver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. DiVincenzo can't hit it. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers, trailing by 2. Williams scanning the floor. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And Williams with the basket on the assist by Corver. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line. And Landry Shamet out of Wichita State. Some good young guards coming out of that program.
And another one, GA, that comes to mind, Fred VanVleet, also a former Shocker. Both he and Fred, they are knockdown shooters. I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
On the wing, George. It's Solenbad to Kumbo. Middleton on the wing. No good on the triple.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
And really a high flyer with those go-go gadget arms. Bledsoe right on top of that shot, making an impact at the defensive end. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
George finds Shamet. And a miss there on the triple. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Back to Beverly. With 1 on the clock. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. With an... And...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get it...
And, yep, the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Here's Mann, and Harrell slams it in.
If you start the alley-oop, Harrell can usually finish it. He's an explosive big man with good hands.
Bledsoe looking it over. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Bledsoe. Lopez has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks. Williams kicks to Shamet. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. In the corner, it's Patterson. Drains the three-pointer. Patterson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. In the corner, Middleton with it. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Middleton's got 7 points.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
Fires from deep. Patterson can't get it to go.
Even though that one didn't go down, I like the offensive game plan here. 3 for 4 coming out of the break.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Now, here's Shamet. He's covered by Matthews. Nobody near Williams. Off target from three-point range.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the dunk by Lopez.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Bledsoe. And oh, here we go with Bledsoe. Nobody back. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Patrick Patterson. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of this game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Korver comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Eric Bledsoe. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Milwaukee leading by 13.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
There's the pass to Ilyasova. We've got 1:48 left here in the third quarter.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Good work there as it goes.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
Up top, Zubac, covered by Giannis. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And it's the Bucks on the break. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo up high to stop the alley-oop.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
From deep, George. Giannis grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Connaughton kicks to Giannis. Back to Connaughton. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Korver for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Korver. And George, here we go. It's stolen by Korver. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is his first free throw of the game.
In last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. That one is off. And he's good on the second. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Shoots the 3. That one misses. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Bucks on top, up by 16. And coming up is... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Marvin Williams is out there with Brook Lopez, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. Beverly dishes to Harrell, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Here's George, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
And both free throws good for Paul George. So it's the Bucks now. It's a 13-point game. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. He feeds it to Middleton. 5 on the clock. That's tipped. Stolen by Beverly. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody back. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You see the power right there from Kawhi. Absorbs contact and able to convert right through it.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Morris is checked in. A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Bucks leading by 10. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Antetokounmpo against Morris. Pulls it from 20. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Matthews with it. 6 on the shot clock. Misses off the left iron. Clippers trail by 10. Leonard against Matthews. And Leonard gets it to go.
And they have gotten themselves back into this game just in the nick of time. If that run had come any later, it would have been Katie bar the door.
They've done a great job, but they're not done yet.
Morris against Giannis. They could use a bucket. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. And here's George. George double teamed. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Letting it all hang out. When George takes flight, just enjoy the show.
For 3, Middleton, and the Bucks miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Harrell, that's good.
Delivering a much-needed bucket. Harrell always working hard for the team.
And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Giannis.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Oh, Moore is in position. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. And the rejection by Harrell. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Clippers trail by 7. Leonard the pass to Morris. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's George finishing it off.
Big points as the stakes rise, so does George's impact on the game.
Bledsoe outside. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Releases. Goes up again, and he lays it up and in. And the Bucks lead by 7.
And Bledsoe, one of the most efficient finishers in our league. For a player of his size, he is extremely polished inside.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
And the Clippers making a change here. Williams is checked in. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Morris with the block.
And a rare block shot from Morris. Anticipates the move and just times it out perfectly.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrated. And the dunk by Giannis.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He drops the first one, and that trims the lead to 6. Leonard hits them both. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. It's deflected. Brown right side. Lets the 3 fly. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Over to the left wing. Patterson. Los Angeles with another miss. From outside the arc. And the miss. And so the Bucks take the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.